Will deliver his State of the Province address this morning. Mokgoro's address is expected to highlight priority areas that are linked to the goal of that the state aims to achieve by 2030. Now, the province is also riddled with service delivery challenges, and there is hope that Mokgoro will announce plans on how these will be addressed. Now, for more on the story, we join our reporter Seentleng Lehihi live from Mahikeng. Seentleng, thank you very much indeed for your time. That we know the province has experienced many service delivery protests, and it's linked to service delivery issues such as water, sanitation, housing issues, also the issue of corruption. What's the sentiment on the ground? What do residents want the Premier to address?
Good morning, Blade, and our viewers. As you explained, the province has seen quite a number of service delivery protests that have seen many residents, embark on various demands, demanding that government come down to them and provide them with much needed services, including road networks, housing, water and electricity. With the level of corruption that has been uncovered in this province, looking back at the Premier's previous SOPA, where he unraveled that, in fact, about 2 billion had been uncovered to have been lost to corruption. This actually made a lot of people lose some hope in whether or not they would get services that they need if a government is continuing to lose money in corruption. But we have seen Job Mokgoro make, clear and explicit announcements on clamping down on corruption and using agencies like the Hawks to investigate corruption and bring that all those who had fault of misusing public funds to book. You've seen in our province, we have seen major routes like the N12 link in Potchefstroom and Klerksdorp, become a typical example of the challenges that we're seeing in this province, where the people on the ground feel that they're very detached from the leadership at hand. But to actually contextualize what then Job Mokgoro will speak about in the first SOPA of the 6th administration, I'm joined by the provincial spokesperson, being Vuingesi, for him to explain to us what are we to expect from the Premier's address. This is the first SOPA of the 6th administration. A lot is going to be said. What are the main points of interest at that point?
Thank you and good morning to you and the viewers. The Premier has consulted broadly, and as a result, we are confident that today the Premier would be able to give a good account of those consultations. We've consulted with communities broadly, we've consulted with social partners, labor movement. There's been one-on-one sessions that the Premier has been having with MECs, their departmental HODs, administrators, to be clear and precise, to say what are the targets that they want the Premier to put to the people, to say what is achievable, what can we do to change the lives of our people. And we're confident that today, when the Premier takes to the podium, we will be able to respond to the challenges that the Northwest Province faces. But over and above, we're also confident that we'll be aligning our State of the Province address with what the President pronounced in Parliament in terms of the 7 national priorities. But we're going to do that in relation to the needs of the people of the Northwest. You must remember that I think for a period of 2 to 3 months, we traversed the length and breadth of the province just before the national general elections. And we heard what the people wanted. And they were clear and they were straight, and they told us, for the 6th administration, these are the things we want, and especially people in the rural areas. And the Premier will be today also putting forward programs that we have put in place that are achievable for that matter. So that a year later, with you, the media, the people can say the Premier promised us 1, 2, 3, 4, and has he achieved? We're not going to tell people things that are not achievable. So the long and short of it is that the speech of the Premier will be responding to the needs of our people, but also it will be speaking to job creation for young people. The speech is going to be talking to economic opportunities for young.
All right, so unfortunately, we lost that link to Seentleng Lehihi, but basically talking to us about the state of the province address that's happening today. And that province has experienced a raft of service delivery issues, mainly due to like water, sanitation, housing issues, as well as corruption. So the Premier, Job Mokgoro, will be addressing some of these issues later, and we'll try to establish that link with Seentleng and try to get back to her to get us the essence of what we can expect from the state of the province address later today. Meanwhile, the president